Thank you, Mike, for coming on the podcast. Thank you, Luke, for coming on the podcast as a co-host.
Thank you for having me.
We were just talking about how, what was it, interesting people lead boring lives and vice versa?
Maybe people whose work is interesting tend to be boring.
Yeah.
Because I was just saying that I'm going to be a disappointing guest on this podcast because
So
I don't have anything going on.
Just tune out immediately. All right, that was quick. That probably isn't the shortest episode that we've done. Yeah, I definitely feel that though. Like with the art that I make, I try to engage with aspects of my life I wish were better. And even last night after the gig, I'm always disappointed by kick-ons in Melbourne.
Yes,
I'm like, the gig is so much fun and all the people are here, and then everyone just leaves and goes home, and you're just like, fuck, I wish this was more fun. I guess that's what you try to do with the gig. You try to make sure like you elevate normal life.
Yeah, and maybe because I'm boring, I've always found that like the after party is never as good as the party.
That's what they say. Yeah. What's the best after party you've ever been to?
Fuck. I don't know if I've ever been to a good after party.
What's the point? Why do you keep going?
Well, because you're there, right? And I think there's a sense of FOMO, like you're going to miss out on something amazing.
Yeah.
It's like when you, it's like how they tell you not to meet your heroes. You're always like, oh, I've got to say hi to that famous person because when else am I going to get the chance to? And then you say hi and either they're a dick or also they're boring because they like also never leave their house and just work all the time.
Yeah, truly. That's pretty crazy. I feel like I knew a guy like that who would always promise these incredible parties and hangs, and he would really, really do everything he could in his power to get you along, and then it would be like 5% of whatever he promised. It was the most terrible vibe ever. Every time, and I kept falling for it.
Do you want to name drop that person? Or?
I think you know who it is.
Okay, let's not do that.
And it was Dan.
Yeah, it was me. Well, yeah, moving away from parties, because that was a really depressing way to start the show.
Sorry. Welcome to me.
When did your infatuation with Bigfoot begin?
I think it's been... Maybe this is just me. I think there is like a teen boy fascination with all things supernatural. Like, I think that like, I think most of the people that I know, or at least maybe the creative people that I know, went through a period of time where they read a book that was in their school's library for some reason that was about aliens or about cryptids or about...
Dragons.
Dragonology. Yeah.
You guys fuck with that?
And you don't really quite, like... know the difference between reality and fantasy quite yet. And then so it kind of latches onto your brain in some weird way. And so for me, like, I am not like a cryptologist or whatever they call themselves, but I find the idea of Bigfoot fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with all the like ideas that he's like a cosmic voyager, that you go in the woods and smoke weed with Bigfoot. Like
Big Les, right?
Like Big Les, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like Bigfoot, you're saying like supernatural and all that.
Yeah,
Bigfoot's real.
Yes, well, I mean, he is like
what the correlation is between.
Well, I mean, I don't mean supernatural as in fake. I just mean that he's got magical powers.
Thank you for clarifying that. There's much documentation online about Bigfoot.
Yeah, like he's got like, you know, you're gonna be in the woods in like Northern California, and he's gonna show you where the really good mushies are.
So Bigfoot is like a way of life. It's not really one thing.
I think that's a good way of thinking about it.
Have many people animated Bigfoot? Because you've got Big Les as like the goated animation of him. Yeah. But is there anybody else?
I don't know if. I mean, I'm sure that there's lots of Bigfoot animation being made, but I do feel like you can't, especially in Australia now that the Sasquatch exists.
Yeah.
You kind of can't tread that ground because Jared's just done it so well now that like you can't improve on perfection, right?
There is a Bigfoot movie with Jesse Eisenberg.
Whoa.
I have seen that, Sasquatch Sunset.
Fucking crazy.
It is, for context, it's a bunch of famous actors, all dressed as Bigfoot. They don't talk, they just grunt throughout the whole movie. And it's just them like fucking and shitting and like pissing and traveling through the woods.
Cool.
Yeah. It's always on my mate's shelf. I don't think I've watched it yet, though.
So what happens? Are they actually performing as this Bigfoot
You're talking
family?
to the wrong person. He's the expert. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like... It's almost like a kind of like an Attenborough documentary, no voiceover, but it just follows them as they kind of like slowly, each one of them slowly dies out due to misadventure or mistake. It's actually quite a boring movie. It sounds amazing in premise, but
it
not a
looks
whole,
amazing.
not
Like,
a whole
it
lot
looks crazy.
happens.
Yeah.
It's been shot fucking beautifully, but it is just not like I want my Bigfoot like being an interdimensional traveler.
Your Bigfoot.
Sorry?
Your personal Bigfoot.
Yeah, like my own personal Bigfoot. I want him to be like going through portals and like smoking bowls with aliens and ultimately like responsible for keeping the firmament of reality together more than just like kicking it in the woods like an ape man.
Yeah, I feel like that is pretty boring. That's such a limited understanding of what Bigfoot is capable of.
Yeah, exactly. We need to like expect more from our Bigfoot fiction.
Yeah,
Because real Bigfoot is out there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, is Bigfoot like classified as Neanderthal? Would it be a Homo sapien?
I think he's like, I mean, some people would probably classify him as the missing link, I guess. I'm talking so much shit here. I
just realised that this potty has become one of those potties now.
I put preeminent Bigfoot enthusiast in my Instagram bio because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because I actually think that much
And
about
here we are
Bigfoot.
10 minutes later. Fuck.
Do you feel like Bigfoot is connected to the occult in some way, or other things like aliens and sources, or Bigfoot's his own entity?
No, I think he's connected to the occult. I think that he definitely does magic. You know, like he's got like you go deep enough in the woods and you're finding like a spell circle that's like got big footprints around it.
Do you think he has sinister intentions?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. I think he has like, I think his heart is pure.
I think so too.
Yeah, there's probably an evil cryptid that he's fighting, like maybe the Mothman. Maybe the Mothman has sexual, like intentions.
Why the Mothman? I feel like that's a bias.
Well,
like,
the
you just don't
Mothman's-
like moths in general.
The Mothman's kind of sexy, right? He's got abs, doesn't he?
Does he? Is this like an interpretation of the Mothman, or like just the way you view the
No,
general lore? Like,
I'm talking 100% factual. The Mothman prophecies describe the Mothman's cum gutter.
there is a, now that I think about it, I think there's a bleep button somewhere. I actually have never used one of those before.
Oh, that's
It's
amazing.
not one of those potties either.
You just said bleep button. Would you rather I keep this clean? Because I
No, please
swear
don't.
like a
this
fucking
is like
sailor.
one of the dirtiest
so, like,
podcasts
okay,
ever.
great.
Yeah. But in all good fun, you know?
Yeah.
You have like a really big, now that I think about it, fascination with the occult.
Yes.
It's in almost everything that you do. There's some kind of Satanism in there, like spells, there's witches.
Yes.
Like, is that also something that you're really into, like now as an adult?
So when I was like in like the end of primary school, I was a huge fantasy kid. Like I went through the phases of like I got into aliens and Bigfoot, and then I got into fantasy, and then I was into like the Lord of the Rings, and then I kind of like became a very self-conscious teenager, and so I kind of like suppressed all the fantasy aspects of my personality to kind of like try to fit in. Didn't do a great job of it. And then I think like it's only been in the last, since I started making comics, which was around like 2019, I kind of was like, oh, I'm like 30. I can just like the shit that I like now. I don't need to like be embarrassed about being like a huge fantasy nerd.
Yeah.
So I bought a sword last year.
Oh wow, you
Which
really took it there.
I was like, fuck this. I think everybody should own a sword. I'm buying a sword. And I just have been like, it's fun to draw witches and think about Bigfoot and aliens and like buy spell books, even though I don't like,
I like that actually.
I don't really believe in them, but I think it's just like aesthetically really fun and interesting.
It's the ultimate fight against like nonchalance.
Completely.
Really. Like you've gone the full way. Because I was thinking, I was like, what is the remedy to nonchalance? It's like buying a fucking sword.
It's, yeah, man. I think that like, I think it's like my, I'm getting married in 2 weeks.
Congratulations.
And thank you very much. My fiance, soon to be wife, Sarah, is one of the greatest things I've learned from her is to just like enthusiastically like the things that you like. I mean, maybe if you're like an Epstein style guy, don't enthusiastically like the things that you like. But if you like, if you like harmless things, like just like let yourself love them and let yourself like not be embarrassed by that. Like I think just owning shit that you think is cool it's like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm not going to be cool.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm an animator.
But you are cool by being yourself, right? At the end of the day.
I can't. If that is your estimation of me,
we've only just met.
Like that.
But
yeah.
Yes, I think you're cool.
Thank you.
For now,
I think you guys are cool.
Thank
as
you
well.
so much. Yeah.
Let's get naked in this sweaty room.
We probably could. I don't think there's cameras in here. That's dope, though. Yeah. Moving into like, what was the first comic that you ever made?
I made a comic. In 20. I mean, I made comics when I was a kid, but they were all like bullshit. No, that's not true. I created a character called the Aggressive Wombat when I was in high school to try and make some friends laugh, and then made like 300 or 400 pages of a wombat that kills people.
Really?
Comic, and it was stupid, but it was like, I think it was the first time that I realized that there is like social capital in being funny.
Of course.
So I think that was really interesting. But as an adult, once I'd like, how long do we want this answer to be? Because I can drag this out.
If it's important to you, let it out.
All right, cool. So the first 10 years of my career in animation, I wasn't doing what I wanted to do.
Oh, really?
So I was exploring a lot of things, trying to make money. I was like doing, like I did music videos and that was fun, but you don't make any money doing it. And then I moved into like advertising and corporate work, and that fucking sucks. Like it's a very, when you do that kind of work, there is a question that is like, this is so hard and so much labor. Why don't I just go work at a fucking cafe or like a shop and save my creative energy for something else?
Right. Yeah.
And so like 10 years into my animation career, when I wasn't doing what I set out to do, which was make animated comedy, like shorts, and well, really, I set out to make a TV show. I set out to be Seth MacFarlane. Like my tastes have slightly changed since then, but like I set out to I wanted to make an animated comedy show. And 10 years in, I was like, I'm not where I want to be. And also I'm not getting the opportunities to tell stories like I want to. Like when I'm like being brought onto projects, it's only as like a spare set of hands, like to help someone else's creative vision come to life. So in 2019, I moved out to Geelong with my partner because rent was way cheaper out there back in the day. It's not post-COVID, but like we moved out there for a couple of years, and I just started making comics because I was like, I just want to be able to explore stuff that I'm interested in. My mouth is really dry, and I'm doing lots of like blah, 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 blah,
No, we'll bleep it out. It's all good. I wish I had a fucking water here.
Do you want some water? Is that
yeah, the heat's starting to get really intense.
Yeah. I mean, listeners probably don't know that it's 40 degrees in this room. We can't turn the thing off.
That is like fucking hectic.
Yeah, and I'm wearing this fucking turtleneck.
Yeah, it's like a singlet. It's like singlet and shorts weather in here.
Yeah, it's summer in fucking here. It's not spring.
So the first comic I did was a little like zine that I published called Night Tower, which was about wizards that work in a corporate office. And I was like funneling all of my frustration with my corporate animation jobs into that comic. And it's not a very good comic because of that, because it's too like pissy and angry and like
anger does get in the way of art sometimes.
I think
it really can.
I think like I think often you can't be objectively funny if you're too angry about something, because it just becomes a rant.
It's very serious.
Yeah. I think sometimes like if you're really funny, you can turn anger into humor, but I mean, doing it as like your first piece of work is maybe not. Well, certainly for me, it wasn't advisable because I made a, relatively mediocre comic. But it started me on the journey of like just making stuff all the time. And that led me to making shorter comics, and sort of from there, starting posting on Instagram, and now I'm here.
And so where does so you're associate director for YOLO?
I was in season 2. I am now mostly working on my own stuff.
How did that like tangent come about?
I knew the Oh, okay, yes. So here's how it came about. I worked on a proof of concept with the lovely folks at Late Night, which is a production company here in Melbourne that I collaborate with a lot now. But the first project I did with them was a proof of concept that never got up called Goblin Spoon, because Nick, the producer at Late Night, who is now a very, very close friend of mine, saw my Night Tower comic. We'd known each other from way back in the day, and he was like, hey, we're doing this proof of concept for this fantasy sort of sitcom. Do you want to come in and like kind of direct it? And so I did, largely because I needed money, as most of the decisions in my career have been made because I needed money. But a lady named Jess, who is now the talent wrangler at Princess Bento, was a writer-producer on that short. And so we kind of reconnected. We'd sort of met through the animation scene in the past. We met through that project. And then after we'd finished Goblin Spoon and I'd been making comics and stuff, Jess reached out to me and was like, hey, we're putting together this second season of YOLO. Cusack has 3 shows on the go right now. He was doing Koala Man, Smiling Friends, and YOLO at the same time because he's a maniac. And she said, so we need people to come on board and like as his sort of like second set of hands on each of the productions. So each of the shows, not Smiling Friends because Zach is on Smiling Friends, but like YOLO and Koala Man each had an associate director, which was just a person that would help wrangle creative while Michael was bouncing between meetings and having to do all the big picture stuff.
Right.
I ended up leaving YOLO sort of midway through the season because I ended up doing a short series for myself. But that was an amazing, like YOLO was such an amazing job, and it actually in many ways really caused me to fall back in love with animation, which I'd fallen out of love with it because of all the corporate work that I'd been doing for a couple of years. YOLO is such a fun show to work on because it's so heavily board driven. Everything is in service of the joke. So you end up just having so much fun through that process. Like everyone in the crew is pitching jokes and coming up with ideas and drawing weird characters, and Cusack's style on that show is so heightened that it just becomes this like anarchistic kind of like punk production, which usually like on a big TV series it's a lot more kind of like strict. You have like your style sheets and your everything needs to be on model and it's like puppets, and YOLO's not like that at all. It's. I mean, I think YOLO is wrapped up now. Season 3 was the last season they're going to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow.
Which is sad. I think creatively it's cool that Mike will finish a project and be like, "Yep, this is what I want it to be."
Yeah.
But it is just. I really, in the work that I make now, try to set out with the spirit of YOLO, which is like the spirit of trying to be as weird and funny in every single frame, and also create a workplace where everyone gets to add value to the thing. You're not like, I think often in animation production, the artists can get treated a little bit like factory workers.
Yeah.
And I think that there's so much that, I know you would know this, right? You're an animator. Like, I think there's so much that every animator can bring to something if you give them the like trust and the space to like play.
Of course.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's really scary to think that on a lot of these projects there's so many ideas that could manifest that just don't, because the scope is so limited. It's like one person has one role and that's the only thing they do, and that's the only thing they do for all eternity. And I think so many things could just be so much more free. People could be a lot happier. People could be a lot more involved in the decision making, and everyone wins, and you get a better film or you get a better show at the end.
Yeah, and I think like a production can often be classically hierarchical, and I think the best artworks that I've been involved in are always ones where everybody that's on the team gets to have a say, because then everyone's pitching in new jokes and you're finding things that are funny. And I think also the ability for artists to be like, this isn't working, how can we do it better, is so powerful. I think it's really important to like check one's ego at the door when you're creating something with a group of people.
I was gonna say the same thing. Ego is like the killer because animation is such a powerhouse and it requires like a lot of hands on deck depending on how ambitious the project is.
Yeah.
And so like even with this potty, like sure we'll have a conversation. The conversation will dictate what the animation might be. But I let Gabby, you know, or Sophie do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there over their shoulder and be like, do it like this and animate this. Like, what the fuck's the fun in that? Like, do it however you want to do it.
Yeah, it's good to have trust in people because there's so many things that one person just can't account for. And you'll always be surprised when you let people do their thing.
It's the beauty of what a band is when a band is at its best.
Yes.
When a band's at its worst, well, you want to be a solo musician. But when it's at its best, you remember why you did it. Like, I always remember seeing this band called Velociraptor out in Coburg, and they had like 12 guitarists or some shit, and they went on to do, 2 of them went on to do DZ Death Rays later on.
Right.
But I don't know, I think it's like an urban myth. I actually don't know. But I saw them when I had no musical experience whatsoever. I was just like a kid. I was like 18, watching this band by myself. I didn't even have any mates to go to the gig with. And I was like, one day I want to do that. I want that community. And that's what it is. Like you're talking about that with the Cusack stuff is like, it's a community of people who are just working together and you're able to, I guess, put out like a professional product as well. Like it doesn't have to be corporate. You know what I mean? Like the environment doesn't have to be clinical and corporate.
Absolutely.
Even in retail though, like in a lot of retail jobs I have, there's this strict way of being. Don't talk to each other.
Yes.
Which is so Aussie. So fucking Aussie. Don't talk to each other. Focus on the sales. And also it's very Aussie to be like, there's nothing to do in the store, so look like you're doing something.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And that attitude translates to so many other fucking fields. Find the task to do.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're like, well, actually, I guess doctors also do that shit. I never think about it. I'm not giving them that fucking credit.
I think if I was to pull out my little red book, like I think that capitalism has got us all so trained to like be scared to have leisure time, and the idea that if we're on the clock, like every moment of time that we spend on the clock needs to be like 100% productive, as opposed to actually like, you know, if you're working in a shop, your job is being there. Yeah, like customers will come in and buy shit from you, but like your job ultimately is to be in the space.
Yeah,
if you're in a bad mood, like you represent the space. So if you can't be put into a good mood, then you're ultimately letting, like, if your boss makes you feel like shit, pardon my French, but like if your boss makes you feel like shit, then you can't represent whatever company it is to its best of its own ability. You know what I mean? So like you think that they want you to be happy and content and cater to some of your needs, like. And
I think as long as like you know like I love walking into a cafe when people are riffing and having fun, as long as I'm like not walking in and being like ignored for 25 minutes, because that feels bad in its own way. But like if you walk into a space and people are having fun, they're talking shit, they bring you in.
It's a balance.
That's as a customer, that's the most fun you can have interacting with a business, because it's like, oh, people are cool here.
Yeah, and you can't force it either. It just happens naturally.
Yeah. And it happens naturally by like giving people the space to play.
Yeah. I feel like there should be room for spaces that are completely rancid as well. Like it can go either way.
There are actually, dude. There's a place in Las Vegas that's called the I can't remember what it's called. It's like Dr. John's Heart Attack Grill or some shit. And I've tried to get him on the potty. I actually will get him on the potty. Basically, they like treat you like shit. There's also a place here that they treat you like shit as well.
I think that place closed down. It was Karen's Diner. There's
called. That one here?
True.
Yes.
But Heart Attack Grill's even crazier because Heart Attack, they whip you if you don't finish your meal.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, they spank you. Sorry.
They spank you.
Yeah, and they record you. And they put you on their fucking gram. And they're all nurses, and they've even got like fucking Ron Jeremy there. Like what?
Ron Jeremy, the porn star.
Yeah.
What, he just like hangs out there all day? Ron Jeremy will put his giant dick on your steak unless you finish it.
Dude, you gotta check this place out. It's fucking crazy. And they're so method as well. Like you can't. I mean, I'm trying to communicate with them over email, and you're talking to Dr. John. Like, you're not talking to some guy. Like it's the fucking doctor.
Have you been to Sunny Nguyen's in Footscray? Actually, I don't know if I should name drop that.
I think you've mentioned that place before, right? That they just like, it's like the soup Nazi, right? In Seinfeld?
Yeah. Have you been to this place?
No.
It seems to be run by this one guy who's there 24/7. It never closes. So it's like the only place in Footscray that's always open. And the guy who's there is always sweaty and shirtless. And as soon as you walk in, he'll just scream at you.
What do you mean is this like a restaurant?
It's a bakery, so they have like banh mi. He just doesn't have a shirt on because it's really hot in there.
How old is
What
he?
is he running a podcast?
60?
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Oh hell yeah!
Is it like Cat's Deli in New York, where like if you don't know what you want to get immediately, you get yelled at?
You get yelled at if you order. Like I went in for some water maybe a few months ago, and I grabbed the water. He looked at me like he didn't really know what I wanted, and then came up to me and then snatched the money out of my hand and then slammed the change on the counter.
Fuck yes. He's a wrestler. That's awesome. You have mentioned this to me 4 years ago.
Is
he still doing this
He's
shit?
still like that. Yeah.
Can we go there?
I was actually thinking of giving him a flower sometime soon.
I would love to make him have like a nice day. He doesn't sound like he's having a good time.
No, it sounds like
so.
he's having a fucking great time.
Oh, he's having a poor
like
time?
he's like the king of his castle, you know.
That's
like
awesome.
you don't work 24 hours a day like with your shirt off, slamming change on the counter because you hate your job. That's living.
Also, that's how you know the food's good.
Yes.
If you treat your customers like dog shit and they keep coming back, man, your food ain't dog shit.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway.
So what's the banh mi like?
It's pretty good. Food is like so cheap. Donuts are maybe 50 cents to $1 each. Banh mi. Here's my theory about this place. It's massive. It's way bigger than it should be for the amount of customers that's in there. So I think he makes all of the banh mi bread for all the bakeries in the area. So he's a supplier and he just has this store to make a little bit of extra money.
Okay.
But he despises the people who come in for some reason.
Well, that checks out. If it's not really about the store, he just happens to be good at making banh mi's.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like someone who's really smart, who goes into a smart career, but doesn't want to do it. He's naturally gifted.
Maybe he's like made some sort of pact with the devil, and so he's like trapped in this business, and he wants the business to fail so he can finally retire. But people keep coming in because his bread rolls are too good.
Idea. That's actually an awesome idea for a short. I'm gonna make that short. That's awesome.
So he tries to make the most rancid, like, bakery humanly possible so that people stop coming in, but people are like, I kind of like it. I kind of like this guy domming me.
He's so real for that, you know?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
There's a newsagent on Nicholson Street like that. It has the lowest reviews I've ever seen on Google ever. It's like 1.5. And all of the reviews are complaining specifically about this old couple who run it and how trash the place is.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Really?
As well. Yeah.
Have you been?
No. I've been at, like, there's another really notoriously bad chicken place in, I think it's near Yarraville. It's like the worst reviewed chicken place. We're not going to name drop that. But, like, when you go there, you find out why.
Right.
Like, you know.
Because the chicken is like pink.
The chicken's
And
all
you're like-
fucked up. Looks like somebody's had a go at it. Somebody probably has. The owner knows it in his eyes. Like, he knows it's shit. Like, it's kind of like what you were saying, but he loves it. Like, he loves that you're coming here anyway. Like, he knows you've read the fucking
Right.
reviews. He knows
It's
what
like,
they
come and get
said.
your chicken, you pathetic little worm.
Get it? Yeah, he knows. He's looking at you from the fucking window when you're in the car. And then the chips is where it's like real fucked, because it's just the most fucked chips you've ever seen. Like, we're talking like wood chips.
Like
it's fucking
like burnt. Like what are we
burnt
saying
beyond
here?
like a crisp. Like
Right.
it's like unbelievable.
What's worse in your opinion? Burnt chips or those undercooked chips that are just like soggy, flaccid little guys?
Oh, terrible.
I prefer soggy. I know
Okay.
it's controversial.
Yeah.
I can see in your eyes why that might be not what you were gonna say.
This interview is over.
But no, because if you make it too crisp, then it turns into potato chips, and that's not what I signed up for. So I'd rather have it soggy to remind me what I actually came in to get, which was chips. Potato chips.
Yeah.
Wait, French fries.
There was a kebab store that used to be on Nicholson Street called Moose's Kebabs. It was around the corner from a studio that I worked out of. So I used to we'd have parties at the studio, and I lived relatively nearby. So I'd go like drunk, stumble to the kebab shop, get a kebab, and walk home eating it. But the guy who ran the kebab shop, who I can only imagine his name was named Musa, kept telling me about how he was having an affair and like he was cheating on his wife, and he thought it like I think he was trying to impress me. Like he was like, yeah, I'm like cheating on my wife, bro, and like I got my side chick, and I was like, can I just have my chips? I just want to go. But every time I came in there, he like had to update me. Oh, my missus, she nearly found out about my like.
It was like
my
trauma
side
dumping.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you can do that because you have people there hostage.
Yeah. It's like
They're not going to go anywhere. Like,
I want the
can't go anywhere.
kebab, and I can't walk to like the other kebab shop that's like half a kilometre away because I'm tired.
And they're probably cheating on their partners too.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
It's an epidemic in kebab shops.
That's dope though. Moving away from kebabs, food, and I think we just like name shamed like 7 organizations.
Yeah.
I saw, and correct me if I'm wrong, in one of the noun videos that you do, on the side, there's like a little poster, and it says ad, and it has like a guy with a I'm assuming this because it looks like the Bad Lieutenant poster. Is that what that poster is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like barely there, but I saw the way you drew him, and I was like, is that Bad Lieutenant? It is, right?
Yeah, it is. It's I liked in those nouns videos, just like, I find, like, whenever I'm trying to dress a set, I'm trying to make it look like all the, like, scumbag uni students, like, house posters.
Like our house.
So you've got, like, Pulp Fiction, like the classic Pulp Fiction poster on the wall, the Bad Lieutenant poster.
That's funny because my mate has both of those. That's so good.
I think it's just like, it's a real time and place where you have like an unframed Quentin Tarantino movie poster on your wall.
I feel like, yeah, Pulp Fiction's a bit much. Bad Lieutenant's kind of a hard cop.
Oh, it's like I mean, it's definitely more, it's less cliche than having the Pulp Fiction poster.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's a bit much. It's like having a Drive poster.
I'm so, like, not the person to talk about Drive with, because I found that movie pretty mid.
Then probably the perfect person to talk about that movie with.
Okay.
Like, if you were really enthused by it, it probably wouldn't be a good conversation.
I guess that's probably a good point. But I didn't hate it. I just found it mostly, like, kind of meh.
What didn't you like about it? Ryan Gosling's in it.
Yeah.
That's not enough?
I'm gonna give a controversial take here. Yeah. I think that Ryan Gosling is the white bread of actors.
You don't reckon it's like Austin Butler?
I find Austin Butler makes more interesting choices than Ryan Gosling makes.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You seen Barbie?
I have.
Okay. Just checking.
But, like, I mean, Barbie is... I think the only movie I've really liked Ryan Gosling in... No, maybe I'm wrong. Because he's good in that movie with Russell Crowe.
Oh, Nice Guys.
Nice Guys, yeah.
That's
he's
a good
good
movie.
in that. And he's good in Blade Runner. I take it back.
He's good in Lars and the Real Girl, too.
I haven't seen Lars and
That's
the
a
Real
crazy
Girl.
fucking movie, yeah. Do you like movies? Are you a movie person?
I am, yeah.
What's, like, your top 5 movies?
I can give you my current top 4 on Letterboxd. I don't know about
That's
top
as
5.
good as we're going to get.
Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yeah?
Lair of the White Worm.
Oh,
Cool.
Bro, have you seen that too?
I've seen bits. I've never seen the whole film.
Bro,
It's
yeah,
fucking
sorry,
sick.
name the other ones and let's discuss that. It's a fucking crazy-ass movie.
Son of the White Mare. The animated...
You beat me. I don't know what that is.
It's like an animated movie from the 1970s. It's fucking sick. And what's the third? Suspiria.
Okay, yeah.
The original, not the remake.
Argenta's the best.
Yeah.
We talk about him all the fucking time on the show.
Fuck yeah.
That's fucking sick. Lair of the White Worm, though, that's like, not many people talk about that movie.
I love Ken Russell. I think he's such an underrated
Did
director.
he fucking make that?
Yeah.
The Ken Russell movie?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, let me just double check that, because now I'm
I actually need
now
it.
I'm worried that,
I think it is Ken Russell.
that people are going to start like
Is it?
DMing me being like, you fucking idiot, it wasn't Ken Russell.
Is he the one that also did... What else did he do?
He did The Devils.
Oh, yeah. He did Tommy as well.
Tommy, yep. Yeah, I just think that Altered States as well, which is a fucking all-timer. Yeah, I just like... maybe it's coming back to my like fantasy bent. I like psychedelic fantasy a lot.
Yeah.
And Lair of the White Worm has so many interesting choices in it. Like, it's so weirdly horny. They're like vampires, maybe, but they're also like a giant evil worm dragon thing.
It's a strangely fucking paced movie as well.
Yeah.
Weird fucking movie. And it's based off of... it's Bram Stoker, right?
Yes, it is, but I think it's only loosely based on a Bram Stoker
It's based off
story.
of a racist Bram Stoker book. It's not Dracula, actually. That's what it is. It's like it's really bad, actually. Like,
Is
it's
it?
incredibly racist. Yeah.
Wow. Problematic movie to like.
Yeah, well, that's based off of it, but I feel like they did their own thing.
Yes.
I barely remember much from that movie except for the visuals. The visuals just insane. And that guy's in it who's like really fucking popular as well.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant's first role.
It's fucking crazy.
And also that Scottish dude that swore heaps on the thick of it. Is in it. I can't remember the actor's name. But he also played Doctor Who, which is not a show I watch, but I'm aware of.
Doctor Who. Oh, true. Not like the newer Doctor Who's.
I think he was like 3 back.
I don't even know. I only watched Doctor Who once. I watched all of season 1, 2, and 3. And I never watched it again.
Like the really old ones? Or like
yeah. No, I think it was David Tennant. Like,
oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
I don't really know how far back Doctor Who goes. It's like its own institution.
It's like 70s.
Yeah.
So long.
Fuck that. You're gonna know when to call it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna call it season 3.
But there's money to make.
There is money to make. Are you able to, like, with your work, make a living from what you do and survive comfortably?
Yes. Comfortable is sometimes like is sometimes like debatable, but like look, I yeah, like I can usually string together enough like gigs to keep going.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that like it's interesting. Like I'm in development on a lot of stuff at the moment, stuff that may never like come out, but I'm getting paid for it, which is nice. So it's been cool this last like year or so. I've been able to make a living basically doing my own stuff.
That's cool.
Like doing like and also obviously doing like Nouns videos. Like the Nouns Fest things were a lifesaver because they actually paid money to make shorts, which was very rare. But yeah, between that and doing stuff for like A Studio Digital, and development work with some folks in the US, I'm like, okay, I'm like making a living here. Who knows how long it will last for?
Yeah.
But yeah, then I'll probably have to go back to corporate work if it hasn't all been taken by AI.
One can dream.
Or I'll go back into production work, which I do enjoy. But it's hard to go from like controlling all of your own time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Working on your own projects, occasionally just like going to the gym in the middle of the day just because you feel like it. Then having to go back to like a full-time job.
Like working out, eating better.
Yes.
Sleeping better.
Yep.
Living your life. And then losing that. And like, I get it as well. Like, you'd be rocking out on stage, like 200, 300 people. Now you're back to folding pants. You know what I mean? It's a fucking crusher.
It's so dissonant.
It's so dissonant.
Yeah.
It's such a, it's discordant. Like, you don't know who you are. And you're like, wow, I had all this control, but I only had it for an hour.
Yeah.
And now I work 9 times that hour.
Yeah, it feels really
more.
nebulous.
Yeah, more in the time I'm not enjoying myself than when you are. It's like, why is enjoyment not... Can't you capitalize enjoyment in a healthy way?
Yeah, I guess like... It's interesting. I spent so much of my early career desperately trying to make money and not making stuff that I liked.
Yeah.
And part of me does, looking back, think that I probably would have been happier if I just had a part-time job and then kept my creative time to make my own stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that there's like I mean, I know it's a fucking bummer to work a day job. But I do feel like if you can manage your time working a day job and make the creative work just belong completely to you, it means that the creative work that you're doing is like truly fulfilling creative work because you completely own it.
There's no and there's no other motive for it.
Yeah.
It's
and
you're not getting expression.
You're not getting notes that you disagree with. You're not like you're not spending all your creative energy to like make a fucking ad for ANZ.
Yeah.
You're using your creative energy to fucking make songs that, you know, really speak to you, or like that you're trying to like use to communicate with people, or you're making a film or a comic that like is solely yours. And I think that there is something to be said about like letting the creative act not be the thing that has to sustain you.
Yeah, and in a strange like I guess, twist of irony if you do strike that balance where you're not overworking a job that you don't like, or it's killing you, like because you hate your boss or whatever, but it's like something you do, you don't love it, but you're there. A, it makes you want to do more creative stuff. Like I've been hella inspired when I'm in an environment where I'm not allowed to create.
Yep.
But B, like you go into it, again, with no other motives, and so people see that, people resonate with like the true like creative expression that you're putting out. They know you're doing it because you like it. You're not trying to sell them nothing.
Yes, exactly.
You're not even really doing it for yourself or for them. It's for the process. It's for everybody. And so in a weird, ironic way, that can get to a point where if you keep striking that balance for a long enough time, that does become your actual career.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is kind of like ultimately you want to get paid for making the work that you believe in and that you like, right? So like, I mean, I'm also coming from a very privileged position right now because I'm getting paid to make my own work. But like, I think, yeah, you do tend to, if you make the work that you love, that will do better than trying to make the work that like you're assigned, I suppose, or like work that you think other people will love, because you get better by producing stuff that you think is cool.
Are the like clients that you work with mostly in Australia or abroad?
Do you mean like
the projects that you're kind of working on? Like, are they based in Australia?
All of them are like, all of the people that I'm working with at the moment are from either the UK or the US. That's
what I was asking, because I was trying to get a gauge on like what the actual animation scene is here. Like, are companies and places supporting animators like in house? Like
there is a big like there's a lot of production work in Melbourne right now. Like a lot of studios have stuff on, and like there's people, like a lot of people are working at Princess Bento and studios like that. In order to make your own projects, there's no broadcasters in Australia that make adult animation.
That's what I've been told.
And so if you want to make your own show, you have to get money from overseas. Like there's no funding route. Like, I mean, you can do like shorts through like the state and federal funding bodies, but if you want to make a TV series or you want to make a feature, you kind of need to get finance from overseas. And so like I'm currently in development with a couple of studios in the US, which is just money that like you couldn't get here. It just doesn't exist.
Right. So how would one go about finding these bodies? Like if you don't know anybody?
What is interesting is that they find you.
Right.
So those Nouns shorts that I did, the first Nouns short that I made, I basically had left a full-time job because the show and I weren't a good match. And I was really bummed out and I was desperate for money, and my friend Goldie, who works at Nounish, was like, hey, I'm like part of a collective that's putting together this film festival called Nouns Fest, where this stupid cryptocurrency is like is funding us to pay people to make films.
Really? And
so I pitched a film to them, and it got voted by the fucking Nouns community or whatever, and I got some money to make this short, and then the short was played at a mini festival in LA that was like partially run by Nouns and partially run by Stupid Buddy Studios, which is they're most famous for creating Robot Chicken. They're a stop motion animation production company in LA.
Classic shit.
And so that film festival was actually attended by a lot of executives from the animation scene in LA. And so my short was there. It was dumb and surreal.
I love that
very,
short,
very
by
much
the way.
my
that
own.
short's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And so I got I actually had a couple of folks reach out to me through that short festival, being like, "Hey, we've actually just saw your short. We just had a look through your comics. This is like let's talk. Let's chat." And that was a couple of years ago. And over time, we sort of developed an idea, and we've kind of taken it to like broadcasters, and now that like we're kind of heading towards doing a pilot. And so the hookups, hilariously, were like I think a lot of people think that you have to hustle. Like a lot of people think that you have to be sending emails all the time. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of the way that the US works is that you just need to be making cool shit, putting it online, putting it in festivals, and then the people with the money find you because they're always looking for folks that are doing cool work that could make the next Rick and Morty, the next Smiling Friends, the next...
Yeah, it's actually quite inspiring to hear you say that, because a lot of the burnout that I experience is like, you gotta hustle. And when you're not hustling, it's like being on the clock thing. It's like, well, you're not doing yourself justice. But that's also because we're in Australia.
Yes.
And we are online, which means that we do get to reach people that we wouldn't normally reach. But the algorithm also kind of landlocks us too.
Yeah.
Which is really difficult. So it's cool. Yeah, I mean, applying for grants, I guess, abroad would be a huge one too. I've applied for a few actually for this podcast because I actually want to make this a pilot. You know what I mean? With lots of different segments and chats.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, looking in Australia to do that has been tricky. Very, very tricky.
Yeah, Australia is like not, like I think that the funding bodies are good. Like, I mean, I have gotten money to make very stupid shorts through the funding bodies, which is like pretty cool. But I think the funding bodies have a very specific remit of like what they can do. So if you're doing something experimental or you're trying to make something bigger, because a TV, like an animated TV budget, you need $8 to $16 million to do 10 episodes. So like
$16 million.
Yes.
What would that be for each episode?
What would it be for each episode? Usually the rule is about 15 to 20 grand per minute.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because you got to think about like you're paying writers, you're paying voice actors, you're paying your designers, your animators, your editors, like everything the whole way through the process. So animation is very expensive. And so because like, I mean, no one really watches free-to-air TV in Australia anymore. There's no broadcaster is spending that much money to make a show that will probably go online and never be watched by anybody.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. But I guess it's the people who, I know that some of the people that Cusack works with, I mean, I know Todd because I used to go to his music shop.
Todd is the fucking best.
Todor.
Yeah.
Tried to get him on the potty, but he said he doesn't like potties, so. That's when I started. I was like, all right, thank you.
It's like, oh.
But he's lovely, and he used to work at a music shop and sell me like everything that I bought. And I know they were friends.
Yeah.
And so, okay, now you have a voice actor. Obviously, you're paying your voice actor, but you I guess when you're starting off, it can help, right? To have that environment where you are DIYing more stuff, and that makes it a lot cheaper.
Totally.
And maybe more attractive to a funding body that doesn't need to spend $100,000 or...
Yeah, and I do think that, like, taking the indie spirit... there are, like, kids TV series, for instance, like animated series that get made here for, like, smaller budgets, usually with money cobbled together from Australia and from overseas. Right. So it is possible to do, but it's just not really a thing that happens with adult animation, which is, I kind of realized that I'm not suitable at writing for kids.
No, I was going to say, nothing you made. It's all very not safe for work.
Yeah, I did like, in 2016, I got a little bit of development funding and I made a proof of concept for a kids show. But I think even then I was trying to make a kids show because I thought that it was the thing that you do.
Yeah.
Really, I don't really watch any kids stuff. Like, I'm not interested. Occasionally, if I'm like with my niece or nephew, I'll like be like, "What's this K-pop Demon Hunters thing? Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Oh, Bluey's on. Yeah, everyone loves Bluey.
Do you love Bluey?
Bluey's fine."
You said a lot with that.
No, I do. No, look. I think that like there is a reason.
Please give me a tea.
There is a reason that Bluey is as fucking big as it is. Like, I'm just being a contrarian.
You think we're talking about like
shit.
Illuminati type?
Yeah, I'm talking like that dog
that
is like brainwashing both children and adults alike.
That's it. That's the sad part. We got him.
Yeah, like look, I know I work in the animation industry. I know the shit that they're putting in there.
Are you?
They're like, if you run an episode of Bluey, if you run the episode of Bluey where they fucking go to the dog park backwards, it's all satanic messaging.
Are you scared, like, after this interview
that Joe Brum will come and kill me with a gun?
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah, you don't make $1 billion without like praising. It's like some kind of dark god.
It's like the Social Network like thing. It's like you don't get to a million. What is it? 1 million friends without making a few enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know about the owls in the US, the giant owl statue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's this giant.
You're talking about like the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, Bohemian Grove. I only heard about this a few days ago. So there's this place that every single US president except for Donald Trump has been to, and they conduct some sort of rituals around this giant owl statue.
Really? Eyes wide shut type behavior.
Yeah,
it's
completely.
It's like a billionaire's like getaway, like summer camp.
I've heard that before.
It's exactly like the island. But they burn a big owl statue. It's all very like theatre kiddie.
Yeah.
I think we've all just got to accept the fact that like all rich people are on the same side and it's not our side.
Yeah, completely. Do you think there's anything spiritual or sinister beyond material reality about this owl place?
No, I just think that like billionaires don't know how to party very well.
Yeah, completely.
It goes back to how this all started with the kick-ons. Even poor people, rich people, we all struggle to have fun. Afters.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing, is that, like, you've just got to, like, let the main party keep going if the main party is good.
Yeah, because why do you need an after party if the main party's actually good?
Exactly.
But you also need to know
what
to
I suppose
call
if you're
that
having
too,
I guess if you're having a gig, though, like, the venue's going to kick you out at some point.
Yeah, that's true. There is one more thing I want to ask you before we wrap up. Your content, a lot of it reminds me... I'm straight edge, so not the drugs parts of it. I was never ripping bongs.
Well, I'm also not a huge like. It's funny. I think my work is very coloured by stoner humour, but I'm not a stoner at all.
But like the idea, like I play skate punk as well, and it's like I'm not a skater.
Yes,
can't skate for shit. But it reminds me. I was raised in like Hampton, Brighton, Sandy, and a lot of the stuff I see, especially like the shorts that you put out in the comics, it reminds me of that feeling of being in the suburbs. Back when I lived there, and actually what it was like for me growing up, being from years 7 to like 11, and the people around me as well. Same thing could be said for, it was a Cusack thing, wasn't it? The first like Damo and...
Yes, the Damo and Darren shorts.
Same kind of vibe, and also Big Les, that kind of era is like really nostalgic for me. And so I wonder, do you feel like when you're putting content out there, that an international audience perceives Australia, I mean, actually maybe accurately, to be honest, now that I think about it, but do you reckon that there's like a lot of responsibility in how you portray Australians?
I refuse all responsibility. No, I think that like I love suburban surrealism. I think that like I think we've all had this experience of like, especially like living in Melbourne, like that like we live in a kind of suburban fringe city where we're all kind of in these like in between, almost like nowhere places where all culture is flattened and we all sort of meet the same 3 guys. And there's a dude that's like got the knife at the skate park and you're like, why did you bring this here? And then there's like, who are the other guys? I don't know. I can't riff off the top of my head. I'm tired. Yeah. But like, I think that like, I'm just trying to accurately reflect the humor of the people that I know and the people that I grew up with and the world around me. And I think that like, for a long time, Australia has been painted as in a very particular light, which is a light of like, it's the bloody bush, mate. Like we're gonna don our blue singlets and we're gonna go down under. And
Crocodile Dundee like ruined everything. So it put us back 10,000 years.
And look, I think Crocodile Dundee is a fucking banging film.
It's a masterpiece, but everything has its price.
Exactly.
AC/DC has to pay.
And so I think that like I don't necessarily know if we're doing any better or if we're all just sort of like pointing out the same thing, which is that like Australia is a little bit weird and a little bit different. But also, if it cuts through, I don't know. I just think if it's funny, it's funny.
No, I like it.
That is such a wishy-washy answer. I'm sorry.
Well, Australia, I wasn't born here, but I've been here for so long. I'm from Argentina initially.
Oh, right.
And a lot of the people I've surrounded myself with in my 20s, which I'm still in for now, is I guess even like you, Luke. He was telling me yesterday, I hadn't seen him in 3 weeks, and before that I hadn't seen him in 3 years. And you were telling me about you went to a courtroom with your partner, right? I don't know if you can talk about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he just caused chaos, you know what I mean? He set up a scene basically where he would argue with his partner in a courtroom. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what?
What I'm trying to say is I surround myself with people that are like that. I also do stuff like that on stage.
I'm sorry, I need to unpack. I need to unpack this. You went to the court with your partner just to argue?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not talking. Nothing's really coming out of it. He doesn't want to talk about it. But
hey babe, wake up. We've got VCAT.
But what I mean by bringing that in is that Australians can get really freaky and strange, and there is a real surreal part to this culture. A lot of it, I think, has to do with how boring everything can be, especially in the suburbs as well. So you have to make that fun. You got to go meet that guy with the knife. And he needs to be the guy with the knife. We all have roles that we need to play.
And that man is Crocodile Dundee.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's important, especially when you're quite isolated away from everything. And we are. We are so isolated. People like to say that we're not, because you can just take a plane. That's bullshit. The price of getting out of here is fucked.
Yeah, I think it also, there is a sense at which, we are kind of isolated from some of the, danger of the bigger world, and so we live in a kind of almost strangely safe bubble here, which I think also leads to an almost 90s style ennui in our culture, where we feel we're shit isn't interesting enough. We're almost embarrassed by the fact that we're not having violent civil wars, and that's why there's weird bogans protesting outside right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of cops outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking cops outside. Not that that's relevant to anyone listening, because this is not live.
Oh right, yeah. This isn't live. Oh shit.
Did you see the bogans? All I saw was the counter protest. It seemed like the numbers would be pretty minuscule compared to the counter protest.
Well, that's good. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Right outside of here is the organ harvesting protest.
I saw that.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were calling them the bogans. I was like, that's crazy.
I don't know if I'm calling Falun Gong bogans. I don't know, what's the Chinese word for bogan?
I don't know, and I'm not going to say it.
And that would sound something like this.
I should have put a soundbite in there. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Mike, for chatting to us.
It's been fun.
To finish off, can you give me some words of wisdom for future creatives?
Yes. People will only ever pay you to do stuff that you're already doing. So do the stuff that you want to do.
That was succinct. You had that prepared in the bank.
I've been thinking about that for a long time.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
My pleasure.
Thank you.